This is Gauntlet on PC Steam, and it's also available on the PS4. This is a rebirth of the original Gauntlet in the arcades back in like the 80s, as well as the NES. It is a fun, really fun game with other people. It does get a little boring by yourself. You can play solo, or you can even better play online with friends or random people, or play couch co-op, which is pretty cool. You can play 4 players. That's it. And one problem is it's not really a problem if you've played the original Gauntlet, but the problem is only one player can be each character. So there's only one wizard, there's only one warrior, and so if you're hoping to have 4 archers because you just no one wants to play the warrior, well, you're beat. You're going to be playing by yourself because you can't have more than one of the same. It's a really fun game. It does get monotonous, though. I feel as you progress through the game, you do meet new monsters. There's a bunch of different monsters in the game, but the last 2 to 3 hours, I felt like I'm seeing the same monsters over and over, so it got really monotonous. But it was, I guess, because it was so much fun playing with people, with my friends. I didn't look at that until I went back and played it again, and was like, wow, this is pretty boring. This is kind of the same stuff, just different color palettes. The palettes swapped on the enemies, and they get a little harder. Instead of taking 2 hours, they take 4, you know? It's pretty fun, though. Their differences are between the characters are their abilities and their weapons. The weapons just do damage. They do not increase in damage, and I'll show you them coming up. You don't do more damage by buying new weapons.
Yep.
So how do you buy them? Gold, and that's really all you're playing this game for. You're playing the game to beat the campaign. There's like a world map that you progress through that you beat the game. There are different bosses, and the bosses are fun. The first time you play a boss, it is fun. However, the second time, when you know their mechanic, it's not as good. Well, I guess that's true with anything. So these are the different characters. You have your warrior, who uses axes. You have your Valkyrie, which is a sword and shield. You have your wizard, who casts spells, very much like Magicka. And you have the ranger, who's going to use bow and arrow, obviously. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to show you first a few of the characters, and here is the ranger. The ranger uses the bow and arrow, obviously, and that's pretty much it. Each character has like a different control scheme as well, so each button is going to be a little different for each one. The A button is going to be dodge for the ranger, but for the Valkyrie it's going to be like a sprint or a charge. And that's pretty cool because it's going to make you want to change characters. One big problem I do have with this game, though, is if you do play a character, the gold you find on that character is only for that character. I would like to play the ranger, and then when I join a game online, oh, there's already a ranger. Well, you know what? I'll try to play the Valkyrie. Well, the Valkyrie has no gold because I don't play the Valkyrie ever. And I don't have any gold to buy relics or new weapons for them to change their skills. So now I'm forced to play the Valkyrie for a while in order to get gold to make the Valkyrie more fun to play, because the Valkyrie I don't really enjoy. This here is a relic I'm using. This is one of the more powerful relics. It creates like a mimic of yourself, and they do what you do. The different relics in the game can make you run fast, can have like a demon spawn and shoot stuff, and the relics also upgrade. That, like I said, the only thing in this game you're doing is trying to get gold. So that's kind of fun, but I don't know really why. I wish there was more, you know? Like, I wish there was maybe levels, but it kind of, that diverges from Gauntlet. But it's still fun. I guess it's about 6 to 8 hours, so you're not really looking to go too in-depth in this game. So now that you're just trying to get gold, well, how do you get gold? Obviously, you can pick it up off the ground, or you can wait for someone to die and steal half of their gold when they drop it, because that's how much gold they drop. Or you can be a real big jerk, or just play differently, really competitive, is shoot the turkeys or the meat. So when someone's dying and they go to try to heal, they can't because the turkey doesn't exist. You can do that, but that's going to kind of suck because if the barbarian sees that, he's not going to want to get in there and fight. This is another mechanic here. There's like hidden crevices and places you can go. That bomb there constantly respawns because they want you to get that. However, later on in the game, they do not respawn. Let's check out the warrior. I don't know. I don't have what to say. The warrior starts with a couple different weapons, and then you can unlock more with gold, and each weapon has different abilities. So you can do like a different slam, or you just don't have a slam, you have like a spin. that's why you're playing the game, to get more gold, to buy new weapons. That's my one problem with this game, is if you just play the hell out of the warrior, you want to check out someone new, you don't carry over the gold. So I don't need 4 million gold on any character because there's only so much stuff that I want to buy. You can buy new headpieces and like armor, but they don't do anything. They literally do not do anything besides being cosmetic. So I don't know why I need to have that much gold. So let's just check. This is just the warrior. The warrior is really cool because you just kind of aim towards someone and hit the buttons. You can do this charge here. You can aim it. So you like charge into battle and you can kind of slam around. These are the buttons. Note that what they are, because when I show you another character, they will be different because they're a different character. They have different abilities. They have different weapon schemes. Like the archer will use the trigger buttons to like aim, and then you release it to shoot if you want to do like a sniper shot, where you just hold the right stick in the direction you want to shoot and he shoots. Whereas this is, you hit the button to attack. The warrior is pretty cool. I thought he was really going to be really crappy because he has to be melee, but you can play him so you don't get hit. I was really afraid that he would just be in the battle and you'd have to swing, die. No, but you can play him pretty smart, even with a lot of people around you. You can clear them out. And he's a lot of fun. I did not think I would enjoy him because I hate melee characters, but he's pretty cool. The next one up is the Valkyrie. She's sword and shield. Like, her abilities use her shield. She can throw the shield out. She can charge with the shield. She does a few different things. So you can change the body, the head. Who cares, man? It just makes you even more reason to spend gold on stuff, but I'd rather, I don't know. So here's the spear throw, the attacks. Each character, like I said, they're different. She's kind of fun. Like, this charge is pretty fun, but I don't know. She's pretty boring. I did not enjoy her at all. And my buddy James ended up playing her, and I don't think he liked her either. So I feel bad for him, but thanks, James, for taking one for the team. And that's one problem, again, is you can only have one of each character. So if you want to play 4 characters, well, you have to play. Someone's got to play a character they might not want. That's the problem. So you have to have friends that are going to want to play a character like that, or going to take one for the team, or just, oh, maybe you get lucky and, oh, you know what? I really wanted to play the wizard. Good, because no one else wanted to. So whatever. Still a really fun game, and it's only fun with other players. I did not really enjoy this by myself. They do have like an endless mode in this game, so you can keep progressing through. You can go start from like stage 1 to 1 billion. This is the wizard. He's really crazy. I'll get back to the thing in a second. But the wizard is, if you've ever played Magicka, and maybe because it's made by Arrowhead, they work with Magicka. The different buttons you hit on the controller changes the spell that you're going to cast, and they have different cooldowns. So you're going to shoot this orb, and it's going to freeze and slow down everybody inside of it, but it's got a really long cooldown, so you can't just keep shooting that. So you're going to use that and then throw the mortars on it, or throw fireballs at it while it's still in the area, and you'll have to switch back to it and then cast it again. He's pretty difficult to use. I don't recommend him for everyone, but he is devastating. He does a lot of damage, but he's really, really scary. But anyway, back to the endless mode. With the endless mode, you can keep progressing through the levels. So with endless mode, it's kind of like you start at level 1 and you go to like, I don't know, 1,000. And there are leaderboards, so there's a reason for you to want to get further and further because you want to be competitive. But the one problem is I don't believe you can save in them. I couldn't figure out how to save. There's waypoints, so when you get to like level 19, you can warp back to level 19 and just keep going on and on that way. But there's no way to save because in the endless mode is you go from level 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and you enter with how much gold, how much health, and how much magic you found. So if you have a lot of health left and gold, you want to keep that because that's how you progress. Because at the beginning of each stage, you can buy something. Sometimes you can buy an extra life. Sometimes you could buy more meat so you can heal, or more magic. And it changes each level. It's kind of random. So I wish that you could save because I want to come back and try to get as high as I can without having to leave my computer on for 2 weeks because I can't save. That's my only downgrade. That's my only problem with that one. But otherwise, Gauntlet itself, this is the Slayer edition. I believe this is the only edition of Gauntlet. There used to be another one, but I think they updated it with the Slayer edition. It's a very, very, very fun game. I really enjoyed those 6 and 8 hours that we played together. When I did try to play by myself, it was a little monotonous, a little repetitive. It wasn't that much fun, but it was still pretty cool. I do recommend this to anyone who has played Gauntlet in the past, and anyone who has friends online that they want to play a game with. It is, like I said, it's only 6 to 8 hours. Maybe you can get 10 or 12 if you do the endless mode, which is fun, but you can get more gameplay out of it that way. Otherwise, I don't see much reason to go back and play the campaign. They do have a normal and a hard mode. I think there's an insane mode after that. I don't see a reason to go ahead and do that. As you've already experienced the level, that doesn't really change. It's just the enemy's health increases. And well, like I said, when you fight that boss the first time, it's pretty like, whoa, I don't know what to do, because there are mechanics to each one. But now that you know what it is, they're pretty much of a joke. But yeah, Gauntlet, do recommend it to people, so I would check it out. Why not?